Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome again to another podcast, or whatever you want to call it. And today we're gonna be talking about the 1099A. It's a topic with a lot of how do I say this? A lot of BS going around, and I'm gonna let you know how to use it and what you need to know and what you need to use this 1099. The 1099 again is not something you're just gonna send to everybody and it's going to work. It's not like a $100 bill. It's not like that. There's places you need to send it to. There's places you need to notify people. And today, even my members that right now, because I just found out some information from people that just got remedy. So we're sharing this information to now. But before we move any further, we want to let you guys know that our community is growing little by little. We have the DIY program. The DIY program is we've run down the price to $250 all the way down to $48 just because we want to have that price range. And the only reason we have that price is for the program to generate money, obviously. But with that money, what we do is we keep buying information. We keep buying information and we keep adding to the DIY. It's just for us to work together, and then the community, keeps moving forward. So right now, like with the DIY program, we have like a lot of information. Like we have credit repair, we have business credit, we have 1099 processes, we have the remittance process, we have correction status, we have information when it comes about the stamps. Sorry. I mean, we have a lot of information, and today is Wednesday, February 14. And you're going to see me with the same shirt, with the same hat and everything in a couple of videos because I'm doing this today early, Wednesday, Valentine's Day, because I have a busy week and I need to do these videos to now. And yes, so I have to, edit a lot. I have to do a lot of videos, but we're here. So what we're gonna be doing is, I'm gonna show you guys what to put on your 1099, and then answer a couple questions that I have here in my Telegram group. By the way, join the Telegram group. Link in the description. Get your DIY program, because you need your DIY program to join the Patreon. You cannot join the Patreon if you don't have the DIY program, because once we do the weekly, because that's what we do, weekly Zoom calls. We do weekly Zoom calls, and if we're trying to tackle, let's say, credit repair, which it has over 70 pages of different letters that you can use for different accounts, different type of stuff you have it all in that DIY program. You have it all. You cannot miss. But let's say we're talking about credit, and we're talking about, let's say you're in the Zoom call. Hey, what do you got in your credit? Blah blah. This. Okay, you're gonna use this letter, this letter, but you never bought the DIY program. That is why before. You cannot, first of all, there's no link to Patreon anywhere, because that's in the private DIY program group. Once you buy, link in the description, once you buy the DIY program, you have a link to the private Telegram group. And in that Telegram group, pinned, you have your link to join the Patreon. Patreon's only $5. Again, if you prefer to pay $100, $150, or these crazy people that charge $300-$400 for a consultation, I'm giving you 4 consultations in a month for $5, and we talking about a lot of shit. My bad. We talking about a lot of stuff in there. So again, the value you could take out of it It's a no-brainer. So again, I'm going to, first of all, just go through what you should put on your 1099. Let's say you have it in your hand. If you haven't, go to the IRS, because this is a IRS document. All right. So don't go to these websites and buy or get your 1099. Get it straight from the source. Everything is from the source. Oh, by the way, we had correction of status again, and we show you how to go directly to the source. I mean, the information we have in the DIY and everything that's coming. Oh my God, like literally life changing. And I'm gonna tell my members to watch the video and comment, just to let them know, just to let you guys know, that my members are in it. And I mean, it's a real thing. You know what I mean? But then again, make sure to go to the link in the description. Check the free Telegram. But obviously, you need to make moves, and we all want remedy, right? So let's start off by showing you how to fill this out. First of all, and the little part where it says lenders, that's going to get the box, which is the top left side. Lenders, you're gonna put U.S. United States Treasury. The address right under that is 1111 Constitution Ave, Washington, D.C., 2224. That's the zip code. I will be putting a screenshot of this. I don't know if now or a little bit later on, but I just want to make sure you guys understand everything that's in here and why. Because there's different ways for you to use this. You could use this to pay some company. You could use this to pay somebody. And there's different ways for people to do these type of transactions. All right. Okay. So the lender TIN, obviously that's not going to be your Social Security. That's going to be the Department of Treasury's Social Security. You can say social or account number, whatever terms you guys want to use. It's basically that. So that's going to be 52-0907-065. All right. And right next to that, you have the borrower TIN, which is going to be your social. Put in your social. Under that, the borrower's name is going to be your name. Again, obviously. And then under that's going to be your address. Just put your address. Under that, your city, state, and zip code. Very important to put your zip codes inside brackets. All right? Make sure to put your city, state, and then your zip code in brackets. Under that, you're going to put the account number of whatever it is. If you're trying to pay off your car, make sure to go to whatever bank you have and that account number for that account. Make sure to put it there. On the right side of that, because we're going down and then back up, right? Which is box number 6. Your account number again. And describe. You're going to put the account number and describe whatever it is. For example, if you're paying off a vehicle and it's a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee or a 20, whatever it is, just make sure to put the year, model, whatever it is. It's a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L, white. Boom. Describe it. Easy. Account number, describe it. That's it. It's literally there. That's what it says. Make sure to put everything what it says. On the all the way at the top, right? These 1099s now are basically, so what they're doing now, they're not coming with new ones every year. Before, back in the day, they used to always have like the yearly ones. You had to get the 2021s. You had to get the 2019 ones and stuff like that. You had to wait, but not no more. They're basically for where it says calendar year, it says has a 20, and then you just add whatever year it is. 2024, 25, 26, whatever, you just add it. You fill that out now. Now you don't just have to be waiting every year. So the supply, I guess it's more in demand now, so that's why they had to do that. So in box one, obviously the date. Just put in the date, and number two will be the balance. Make sure you put the correct balance. And we get to the balance in a little bit because I gotta explain something very important, like how you guys don't get in trouble. Again, and number four, the same balance. Again, and number five, where it says, you're going to check here if the borrower is responsibly liable for payment of the debt. Obviously, you're liable for the payments for that debt. So you're going to put in that, you're going to check that off. There is nothing else you need to do with this paper, like at all. Nothing at all. This is the only thing you need to fill. That is it. All the way in the top, just one more thing. In the top, what you're going to do is check where it says corrected. Okay? That's pretty much it. You don't do anything else. You do need documents with this. You do need documents with this, which is they're in the DIY program. Obviously, purchase the DIY program. You got all your documents. You have the complete PDF with everything. Again, but when we're talking about what I was talking about earlier, when we're talking about the balance, you need to understand that this process is going to take a while. So this is not going to be you're going to send it today and you're going to see results. You're going to see your balance go to zero in 2-3 months or 1 month. No. It's going to take a while. Whenever they do that, whenever they receive the money is whenever they're going to add it to your balance. They need to send this document to Treasury and all this extra couple departments. And what I recently learned is that whenever you send this to the bank, send this to the IRS. Send it to the IRS like that. They know that this is taking place, because I experienced it as well before me doing my cars. It never went through. Nothing happened. I didn't get any response from, because remember, I did this a long time ago, but before I did it like 4 times. Before it worked, I did it like 4 times. I was like, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe something. So I was doing my research and stuff like that. So yeah, it's important that you understand that it takes a while, because even though you're pulling the balance and paying the full balance what you owe, you don't want to stop making payments because you send this off. First of all, you're going to start accumulating late payments, which is going to trash your credit. You don't want that. You're going to keep making payments until that reflects, because what's going to happen is that whenever you keep making the payments like normal, whenever this hits your bank, they're going to give you whatever you overpaid. Like everything else, every time you overpay, they send you a check, the same thing. When you overpay, you're going to receive a check. So that money, let's say today you owe $2,000 and you pay $100 a month, and it took 4 months to that reflect, you're going to receive a check of $400 or maybe $300. It all depends on how long it takes. You guys still got to keep making the payments. That's basically it. Don't stop making the payments, because again, it's going to mess up your credit and stuff like that. and you don't want to go. I mean, if it takes 6 months, believe me, before like in 6 months, you will not have a car. They will come and repo it. And that's gonna be a whole different story. So please, keep making your payments. Keep doing everything that you're doing. Just be patient. It takes a while. For my Corolla, it took 4 months. For my girl's Jeep, it took 6 months. So it doesn't matter if it's. I mean, because I think the Toyota financial was in Jacksonville, something like that. Um, and yeah, whenever you send this, you're gonna send it to the company's CEO or CFO. Look for their information. You're gonna send it to them. In the DIY program, you have two documents. You have a power of attorney, and the other one just giving them the instructions with the law and stuff. It's just it's like a 3-page paper, just giving them everything that they have to do. Is giving them directions, to be honest, and talking about the law and the stuff that they have to do. Um, Very important that you guys put this. Send this certified mail. Very important. Send it certified mail. Put it on the orange envelope. You know, which I wish I had one here, but I'm pretty sure. No, I do not. Bunch of white papers. Yep, do not have one around. But yeah, just put it on an envelope. Send a certified mail. And you're gonna send the certified mail as well to the IRS. Look for your nearest IRS. There's a bunch of them. There's not just one IRS. There's a bunch of them all around the United States. Send it to the nearest one. If you have one in your state, even better. And yes, just do that. Make sure to, again, always be in contact with your bank. I mean, try it out. Like in 3 months later, just call them and say, "Hey, I send my 1099 for payment. By any chance, are you guys? Is this being processed? Yes or no? We haven't got to it. Blah blah." Most likely in 3 months they would be on process because they want to get paid. They want to get paid, and you could probably call in a month. But it does take a while because they have to get the funds from the Treasury, and the IRS is going to route it to your bank. Again, these companies are trustees, so they can only use this money for whatever you specify in this document. So that's why it's very important you specify in the bottom and at the box 6 where it says the account number, where it says description of property, you're going to put the account number and describe whatever you're paying, because they cannot use this money for anything else, because that will be trust fraud. Again, make sure to describe that whatever you're paying. Even if you're paying a service or something like that. If you're paying somebody a service, then that's a different story, because now that person has to send that to the IRS and file that with the IRS like that. It's a different story. It's a different story. But yes, that's a whole different game over there. But it will be the same. The only thing is, obviously, you're not putting the Treasury's information. You're putting yours and the other person's information. So, yes, that will be that for that section. I'll go ahead and put it here somewhere, wherever I'm going to put it. Make sure to pause because I'm going to be taking it super quick. And I do have questions. Let me see. I know I have questions. Okay, so I have one question here, and it says, do you need to have an LLC in order to be able to send 1099s to companies for a remedy? So you don't need to have a LLC. You're getting the remedy towards your account. You're getting your revenue towards your account. That's why every time you describe everything, you put account numbers and stuff like that, is wherever you want, you know, whatever you want to get paid, whatever you want, whatever stuff you want for it to get paid, to be exact. Um, and Where do I send? Okay, so again, I think I said that. But anyways, you send this to the company, and now you send it to, it's the same thing. You send it to the company, you send it to IRS. Even though the IRS won't be able to do anything, but the IRS will be like on notice that you guys are doing that process. I haven't heard about anything, any companies doing anything fraudulent or whatever, something like that. But again, I haven't heard. But at the end of the day, if they could get that money and you're not, you know, calling them and just making sure, hey, you know, it's just being processed, blah blah blah, and they never heard from you, they took the money from themselves. I don't know. You know what I mean? So there's, just make sure to keep in touch with them, just touch bases, just try to get updates with the process and stuff like that. That's what, you know, even though I got a letter from Toyota and Chrysler saying that the process was the my how what's the word they said? They said that it was being processed, but they said something else. Anyway, so yeah, they kind of sent me a letter for it to be for it to be in processed. After that, I think it was like 4 months later, I saw that my credit changed. My credit changed for my Corolla, because I did both vehicles at the same time. My Corolla was 4 months. The other car was 6 months, around there. Yeah, 6 months, give or take a couple days. But I first, before me receiving the payoff letter, my credit changed. Obviously, they updated the account that it was paid off, so that they do that instantly. So I think maybe like 5 to 10 days later, I received the payoff letter and just congratulating me because I paid all this extra shit. But yeah, that's basically the gist of everything. I hope you guys understand it. Again, if you need help, make sure to join the DIY program. You have the letters you need to do this. Again, you can't just send the 1099 by yourself. You can't. You need documents to send this with. That's in the DIY. And we're going to be talking about this process in our Patreon. We're going to be doing weekly Zoom calls. This week we're going to be talking about credit. Next week we're going to be talking about remittance. The other one we're going to be talking about business credit. The other one we're going to be talking about 1099s. The other one we're going to be talking about TDA accounts. The other one we're going to be talking about correction status. I mean, it all depends what we're going to be talking about, but weekly. This is going to be a weekly basis in Patreon. Weekly basis. Again, the value that we offer with the DIY program, it's a no-brainer. But that's going to be it for today. Everything's going to be in the description. Again, we are Lux Credit Consulting. My name is Manny. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.